Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk with Hana. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you're one of our amazing regular listeners, welcome back.
Hey there, great to be here. I was just thinking this morning, today's topic is something so many learners have asked us about, like so many times.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. And honestly, I completely understand why. It's one of the biggest challenges for English learners everywhere.
That's right. So today's topic is how to practice English speaking when you're completely alone. No teacher, no conversation partner, no class.
Just you, maybe your phone, maybe a mirror, and a few minutes of your day.
And here's the exciting part. By the end of this episode, you're going to have real practical methods you can start using today. Not tomorrow, today.
You'll know exactly what to do, how long to do it, and why it actually works. We're keeping it simple and very doable.
Before we go any further, we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, do you currently practice English speaking alone? What do you do? We'd love to know.
And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to Talk with Hana. We make episodes every week to help you grow your English, and we really don't want you to miss them.
Okay, friends, let's get into it, because speaking English alone, when you do it the right way, is actually one of the most powerful things you can do. Let's find out why.
So let's start with the most important question. Why is speaking alone actually useful? A lot of learners think, I need another person to practice speaking, and sure, that helps, but speaking alone has something really special about it.
It's zero pressure, no embarrassment, no one judging you. You can make mistakes, repeat yourself, try weird things, and no one knows.
Exactly, and that's huge, because fear is the #1 thing that stops people from speaking English. When you're alone, that fear disappears.
So the first method we want to share is called self-talk, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You talk to yourself in English.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little strange, but honestly, it's one of the most natural ways to build speaking habits. Think about it. You already talk to yourself in your head all day long.
All you're doing is switching that mental conversation into English. Instead of thinking, I'm going to make coffee now in your language, you say it out loud in English. I'm going to make coffee. The water is boiling. I need a cup.
You're describing your own life, your own actions, and this is so effective because you're connecting English words to real things you're doing in real time.
Here's how to start. Pick one part of your day, maybe your morning routine, and for just 2 or 3 minutes, describe everything out loud in English. I'm washing my face. The water is cold today. I need to brush my teeth.
Simple sentences, everyday words. No need to be fancy.
Can you try that tomorrow morning? Just 2 minutes. Describe your morning out loud in English. Write in the comments and tell us, will you try this?
Now, what about the negative side? What if you don't know a word? That happens all the time, right? You're describing something and suddenly, blank. You don't know the English word.
That's actually a great moment. It tells you exactly what vocabulary you need to learn. Write that word down. Look it up, then come back and try the sentence again.
So self-talk isn't just speaking practice, it's also vocabulary discovery. You learn the words that are most relevant to your own life.
All right, to summarize this section, self-talk means describing your daily actions out loud in English. Start with just 2 to 3 minutes a day. Use simple sentences. And don't worry if you get stuck. That's part of the process.
Okay, great. So now you're talking to yourself, and that's wonderful. But let's take it one step further. The second method is something called the mirror technique.
Oh, I love this one. So the mirror technique is simple. You stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and speak English.
And I know, it feels a little awkward at first. I remember the first time I tried it. I looked at myself and laughed, but after about 30 seconds, I got serious, and it was incredibly helpful.
Here's why it works. When you look in the mirror, you can see your mouth, your facial expressions, your body language, and these things actually affect how confidently you speak.
When you look at yourself and speak, your brain thinks you're talking to someone. It's a small trick, but it makes the practice feel more real.
And you can use it for different things. First, you can practice introducing yourself. Hi, my name is. I'm from. I work as. Practice this until it feels smooth and natural.
Second, you can practice talking about your day. Today was really busy. I had 3 meetings and I didn't have time for lunch. Just talk like you would to a friend.
Third, you can practice for a specific situation. If you have a job interview coming up, practice your answers in the mirror. If you need to make a phone call in English, rehearse what you're going to say.
Now here's a quick activity. Right now, or later today, go to a mirror, look at yourself, and answer this question out loud in English. What did I do today?
Just 1 or 2 sentences. Don't overthink it. I woke up late. I had breakfast. I watched a video about English. That's it. That's enough.
The more you do this, the more comfortable you become with hearing your own voice in English. And that comfort, that confidence, is exactly what you need for real conversations.
Now, comparing formal and informal usage, in the mirror, you can actually practice both. Try saying something in a casual way. Then try the formal version. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Versus, I'm doing quite well, thank you. See how they feel different.
Write your own mirror practice sentence in the comments. Tell us, what's one thing you'll say in front of the mirror today?
To review this section, the mirror technique helps you build confidence and awareness. Use it for self-introductions, daily storytelling, or specific situation practice. Try it for just 2 minutes a day.
Wonderful. Now we've covered self-talk and the mirror technique. The third method is one that a lot of learners sleep on, and it's so powerful. It's called shadowing.
Shadowing, yes. This is where you listen to a native English speaker or any fluent speaker and you repeat exactly what they say at the same time or just after them.
Like a shadow, you follow right behind them. You copy their words, their rhythm, their pronunciation, even their emotion.
And the amazing thing about shadowing is that it trains your mouth, your lips, your tongue, your jaw. They all need practice to make English sounds correctly. Shadowing gives them that workout.
Here's how to do it. Find a short video or podcast in English. Even this episode works. Listen to a few sentences, then pause. Repeat exactly what you heard, trying to copy the sound as closely as you can.
Don't just copy the words, copy the music of the sentence, the rises and falls, the stress on certain words, the speed. All of it.
Exactly. So if you hear someone say, "I'm so excited to be here today," don't just say the words flatly. Feel the excitement. Copy it.
Now, there are a few tips for good shadowing. First, start slow. Find videos with clear, slower speech. Podcasts for English learners are perfect. Second, use short clips. 10 to 30 seconds is enough. Don't try to shadow a whole video at once. Third, repeat the same clip multiple times. Each time you'll get a little better, a little more natural.
And here's the beautiful thing. Shadowing teaches you how English feels in your mouth. After a while, certain sounds and rhythms become automatic. You stop thinking about them and just say them.
You know what's a great shadowing exercise? Take one sentence from this episode. Pause the video, repeat it exactly as you heard it. Try to match the pronunciation perfectly. Can you do that right now?
Actually, let's make this interactive. After this episode, pick your favorite sentence from today. Write it in the comments. Then tell us, did you say it out loud? We want to know.
Speaking out loud, even alone, even imperfectly, is always better than staying silent. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Real conversation comes from real practice, not perfect preparation.
Okay, so we've talked about 3 great methods, but let's be honest, we all make mistakes, and there are some very common mistakes that learners make when they practice speaking alone. Let's talk about them so you can avoid them.
Oh yes, and honestly, Josh and I have made most of these mistakes ourselves, so no judgment here.
Mistake number 1, only reading the words, not speaking them out loud. So many learners practice English silently. They read in their head, they think in English, but they never actually open their mouth.
And the problem is reading and speaking use completely different muscles. If you want to get better at speaking, you have to actually speak, even if it's just a whisper, even if no one is listening.
So the fix is simple. Every time you practice, speak out loud. Always. No silent practice for speaking skills.
Mistake number 2. Practicing only perfect sentences. Some learners wait until they can say something perfectly before they open their mouth, and so they never open their mouth.
Perfection is the enemy of progress, right? When you're practicing alone, it's okay to stumble. It's okay to say and restart. That's how real speaking works.
So instead of saying one perfect sentence after 5 minutes of thinking, just speak. Say it messy, then try again. Each try gets a little better.
Mistake number 3. using translation. Some learners think in their own language, translate every word to English, and then say it. And while this can work in the beginning, it makes your speech very slow and unnatural.
The goal is to start thinking in English directly, and the only way to do that is practice. Lots of practice. Self-talk is especially good for this because you're creating English thoughts in real time.
Mistake number 4. Practicing for too long and getting burnt out. You do not need to practice for an hour every day. Even 5 minutes of focused speaking practice is incredibly valuable.
Actually, a few short sessions, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, can be more effective than one long session. Your brain learns better when it practices regularly, not intensely.
So don't feel guilty if you only have a few minutes. Use those few minutes well.
And remember that every single person who speaks English fluently today was once a beginner who made all of these mistakes. You're not behind. You're right on track. Keep going.
All right, let's do a quick practice activity. I'm going to give you 2 sentences, and I want you to choose which one sounds more natural. Ready?
Situation 1. You're talking to yourself while making breakfast. Which sounds better? Option A, I am currently in the process of making eggs. Option B, I'm making eggs.
Option B, obviously. When you're speaking to yourself in everyday situations, keep it casual and natural. I'm making eggs is how a real person talks.
Exactly. Option A is technically correct, but it sounds like a robot. Real people, even native speakers, use short, simple sentences in daily speech.
Situation 2. You're using the mirror technique to practice for a job interview. Which is better? Option A, yeah, so I've been doing this job stuff for a while. Option B, I have 3 years of experience in this field.
Option B. In a formal situation like a job interview, your language should be clearer and more polished. The mirror technique is great for practicing exactly this, switching between casual and formal.
Now here's your challenge. Create your own sentence, something from your daily life. Write it in the comments in English. It doesn't need to be perfect, just try.
And say it out loud too, right now. Pause this video, say a sentence in English about what you're doing, where you are, or how you're feeling.
Speaking out loud, even alone, even imperfectly, is always better than staying silent. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Real conversation comes from real practice, not perfect preparation.
Wow, we've covered so much today. I'm honestly so excited about this episode because these methods are so practical. You don't need a teacher, you don't need a partner, you don't need extra time, just a few minutes and some willingness to try.
Let's go over the 3 main methods we talked about. Number 1, self-talk. Describe your daily actions out loud in English. Start with just 2 to 3 minutes in the morning.
Number 2, the mirror technique. Stand in front of a mirror and speak English to yourself. Practice introductions, daily stories, or specific situations you're preparing for.
Number 3, shadowing. Find a short audio or video clip in English and repeat what you hear, copying the rhythm, pronunciation, and feeling of the language.
These 3 methods together, even for just 5 to 10 minutes a day, can genuinely transform your English speaking. Not in years, in weeks if you're consistent.
Here's a reflective question for you. Which of these 3 methods feels most comfortable to you right now? And which one feels the most challenging? Think about it and write your answer in the comments. We read every single one.
And please, if this episode helped you, share it with someone who's also learning English. You could really help them. Like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Talk with Hana so you never miss an episode.
You're doing something amazing by learning a new language. It takes courage, patience, and a lot of practice, but you're here. You're doing it, and that means everything. We'll be cheering for you every step of the way. See you next time.